DCAF is the Geneva Centre for Security Sector Governance, and it's dedicated to improving the security of states and their people through a framework which includes a focus on democratic governance, the rule of law, and respect for human rights, which includes gender equality. In July 2021, the Swiss-funded project was launched, complementary, aimed at strengthening the efficiency, the effectiveness and accountability of the GID, the Gambia Immigration Department. The Gambia Immigration Act of 1965 needed to be modernised, and that's been achieved. So we have a validated Gambia Immigration Bill 2024. We've also done work on respect for human rights and professional standards with guidelines and training on internal investigations, which is really important, and we have a pending activity to do some mentoring and support for the Human Rights and Professional Standards Unit now established by the GID.
The GID Act is one of the greatest, the one I can count #1 achievement to see DCAF, work through with GID for the past 2 years through a very strong technical group, having had consultations with lawmakers, the National Assembly. You have validation involving, people of caliber, substance in this country to put their inputs into it. So talk less of the security services also within that architecture. Everybody's input was in it.
In gender mainstreaming, we were able to establish, first of all, a gender unit that is being occupied by both male and female officers. And many training programs have been conducted. Now, when you look at the topmost person is a male. For the first time ever in the history of this institution, that we had a female Deputy Director General. We had a total number of 1,821 staff, and out of which 755 are female. Before that never happened, but as we are moving ahead, more female officers are being enlisted. Employing or enlisting female officers, it's important. Not that alone, looking at the context in which female officers can operate. You look at their inputs, you look at their capabilities. Even back at school, you can see women can come out topmost. I think when you give them the opportunity, they can excel.
DCAF, they are doing very well in helping immigration to achieve their aspired goals. I took part on the development of the gender mainstreaming and sexual harassment policy. During the development of the gender mainstreaming and the sexual harassment policy, they just facilitated the activity. But immigration officers were the ones who were fully involved on the development, coming up with their ideas, suggestions, our expertise, by coming up on initiative on how to address current realities within our departments. Like, for example, some of the gender-related issues affecting female and male officers at the departmental level. From the recent promotions, most of the female GID officers were promoted to senior ranks. And I was part of those who were promoted to senior positions within the department. And this is a very big achievement for the department.
Many strategic positions have been occupied by the female officers. For example, the airport. The airport, if you do not have the talent, you cannot be at the airport because you meet up with different people, different attitude and behaviors towards officers. You meet different people who would like to move out illegally from the country.
As you know, immigration officers, their main function is people and their traveling documents. And if an officer doesn't know a traveling document that is genuine and that is not genuine, the person is not going to work effectively. Our officers have benefited from a lot of trainings, including document security. This DCAF training on border management and false document training has helped us in the execution of our duties. And before we are suffering to identify, we have to send the document to the issuing authorities to help us identify whether these documents are genuine or are not genuine. But now through the training that we have with DCAF, we can simply identify documents that are genuine and that are not genuine.
For SSR generally, I think DCAF has been a great player in this, and I'll encourage them to continue this spirit of trying to help us reform our security, more so when you come to immigration. Because if you look at immigration is the first point of contact when somebody is going or living in the country. I think having the capacity built, having the operational capability enhanced will greatly help us. And I think DCAF has been a partner, and I encourage them to continue the partnership.
When you look at an ongoing activities that GID have already started, that is the integrated border management, is one of the key activities that makes it a success. Because initially when you look at it, the GID at some point, there is a fragmentation between them and the stakeholders in terms of border management. With the advent of this project, which our component talks about, the integrated border management has also bring out that understanding of the Gambia Immigration Department that they have stakeholders that they are working with, and then we have come up with certain training programs that support these activities. And also about the performance of the Gambia immigration officers as well has improved because they have understand exactly what are the key issues that they are supposed to do in terms of limited immigration duties instead of going out. And overall, in terms of their performance, when you looked at it, there is a significant improvement.
Kerali border post, as you can see, is one of the busiest entry points located in Kerali here. It's one of those entry points that connect Kerali and Jarasoma. Normally, here we have, on a daily basis, a good number of passengers coming from the Senegalese side, passing through, then to the other side of the southern part of Senegal. And that's how we process them. I have my officers here who will be in the stations enrolling them. Others will be on the highway trying to help them so that they can be enrolled easily and they will find their way to the other side.
Play them. Next.
As you can see, among those traveling, we have people of different ages. We have people of different levels, like we have diplomats are passing here, old age are passing here, sick people are passing here, children are passing here. So we have that device we call the mobile kit. That's where we at least prioritize. We give priority to people that are sick, people that are old. At times even you can see, whilst they are standing on the queue, some will start feeling dizzy. We do extract them from the queue and attend to them on that side. That's the main reason we have the mobile kits. Our relationship with border agencies here is excellent because we're doing things in common. Whenever the need arises, if I have a pressure on my side, most of them do come and assist to make sure that they are registered smoothly and allowed to go. So the relationship is perfect. Even the military at times, they will come in. When we have a lot of bosses on the ground, because in parking them also, they used to come and help us. So our relationship here is perfect. It's just the uniform that's distinguished. If not, we are all together and we're doing things in common.
DCAF is supporting us, and the rest of the work is then done by the Gambia Immigration Department. So the issue of ownership is GID ownership. It is our passion to have good laws and international best practice. We want to take this opportunity to thank the Swiss Federation. Because of their support, we are able to reach this far as a GID. So still we are urging or appealing to them, because there are certain things that are lacking, because we intend to operationalize our border patrol unit. We need certain trainings in terms of equipment, protective working material, so that we can able to have a very functional or vibrant border patrol unit.
DCAF la training on a training akumayata bakele was ngalondi jama soto jele by mol bota in border found telefona in community in alkalo in a VDC in taraje in train and a training kachato ni training better baka akumayata ni baki ay lafar ku jama ke na security nga security mbakane la ning border management molo nga de mar ku jama kacha jele pour border to vios ni man sakunda ni aje ni border recommend ko mol la dungole siara jannu banku jama le kadun ni janna ngaje komin kon na ni fontiol minu bi jang wato dolu ibika moto soto ni mbe patrol la wato dolu nga information o dila ibika futano non je juna fo nga moto provide nga nananje lunna ngani yitandi jele ko na boda ni jambe musidolti ni satel minu be nanele so ngani dadiro ke man sakunda jele boya DCAF bul jele pour ya futandi man sakunda fana se DCAF dan no jele se wo de marol nga minu foje kachato ning hana be man soto no man sase mako e dol la je pour na security sol ifangol se kanta.
I would like to thank DCAF for giving us that opportunity. It is not an easy task to reform an institution, because already they are used to the norms and values of the past. They are used to not observing human rights and professional standard units of the institution. They have not been realizing that they have to treat detainees and observe their rights. Perhaps the way they work in the public, the way they approach people have not been observed. But today, for the first time from the beginning of this year, I haven't had any report from anyone violating the rights of people that are within the country.
Our collective effort is what is making us standing out. You have to adjust your muscles to accept there is coming to be a new way for GID. And when that bill comes, we are strictly going to go by it. And it's now time to hear that education is also key in what you do, because it adds value to your life. It makes you know things you don't know. We want to encourage DCAF to continue supporting the government of the Gambia and the security sector reform. So we must be able to show DCAF and others that we are learning and we are ready for such change. We want to say thank you to DCAF and thank you to Swiss for that laudable initiative, standing by the country, the Gambia, when it needed it most to see its security, in a more democratic nature, to serve its people and populace. Thank you.
Bamboo, bamboo, yeah. Hey, bamboo, bamboo, yeah. Jadi la lukambalu naga. Muna bamboo kasebala. Bamboo, bamboo, yeah. Bamboo, bamboo, yeah. Hey!